Welcome, language learners from all around the globe, to Listen Up, the podcast that takes you on a captivating voyage through the English language. Whether you've just started your journey or have been navigating the intricacies of English for some time, this podcast is designed to be your trusty compass, guiding you towards fluency and unlocking the wonders of English. I'm your host, Karen, a passionate traveller and an experienced teacher of English as a second language. Join me as we embark on an exciting expedition filled with British history read by a native speaker. Together, we'll conquer the challenges and celebrate the victories of learning English as a foreign language. Each episode of Listen Up will immerse you in a variety of topics, from aspects of British culture, history, and literature. We'll explore useful vocabulary that will empower you to communicate confidently in English. If you want to read along with the podcast, head to my website www.onepawinthesand.com/ESL. The link is in the description. But this podcast isn't just about learning English in isolation. It's about building a community of language learners, supporting one another, and fostering a love of the English language. I encourage you to engage with us through my Patreon page, where you can connect with fellow learners, ask questions, and share your own language journey. So, whether you're sipping tea in Tokyo, walking the streets in Sao Paulo, or studying in a bustling cafe in Berlin, Listen Up is here to accompany you on your quest for English fluency. Join me as we embark on this transformative expedition, where language becomes an adventure and your dreams of effective communication become a reality. Today's episode is called Great Fire of London. In history, there are only a few events that have made such a big impact on a city that it is still remembered today. One such event is the Great Fire of London. This fire happened a long time ago in 1666, and it caused a lot of damage. The fire burned a lot of buildings and changed the way the city looked. The fire started on the evening of this day, 2nd of September, in a small bakery on a street called Pudding Lane. It got bigger very quickly because the city had many wooden buildings close together, and the wind made the fire spread faster. That year it was also very dry, which made the fire even worse. For about 4 days, the fire burned everything in its path. Many churches, houses, and other buildings were destroyed. Even the famous St. Paul's Cathedral was damaged by the fire. It was hard to stop the fire because there were not enough firefighters and equipment to help. After the fire, the people of London had a big job to do. They needed to rebuild the city. They made new rules for how buildings could be built so that fires wouldn't be so bad in the future. An architect named Sir Christopher Wren helped design the new city layout. He also designed the new St. Paul's Cathedral, which is still there today. The fire didn't just change the city's look, it also changed how people thought about safety. People started using bricks and stones to build instead of wood, which could catch fire easily. They also introduced insurance to protect themselves from big losses. Even though the fire caused a lot of damage, it also helped London become better. The city became stronger and safer. It showed how the city could recover and become even more amazing. The story of the Great Fire of London reminds us that even in bad times, we can find ways to make things better. And that wraps up another episode of Listen Up. I hope you enjoyed learning about my topic today and practicing your English. Remember, the exploration doesn't have to end here. If you have any lingering questions or want to continue the conversation, I've got some great opportunities for you. First off, I offer private lessons for those of you eager to expand your knowledge further, whether it's practicing today's subject or exploring other topics. I'm here to guide you on your English journey. Reach out to me through my website or social media platforms, and let's embark on a personalised learning experience together. I have been involved with training people for more than 10 years. I've been teaching English as a second language for over a year, in which time I have taught over 500 students, many of whom are regulars. But wait, there's more. If you're a devoted fan of Listen Up and want to show your support, consider joining our Patreon community. Your contribution directly helps us bring you more episodes and maintain the quality of our show. Your support truly means the world to me, and we couldn't continue this podcast without you. So whether you choose private lessons or Patreon, or both, I look forward to staying connected and exploring the fascinating realms of English as a second language together. Thank you once again for joining us on Listen Up. Until next time, keep practicing.